What is your big dream for yourself? Where do you see yourself in the future?
So one of the big dream would be I want to travel the world. I think I am a person who goes with the flow. So whatever I'm getting, I'm just giving my 100% into it.
When I was into class 8, I wanted to become a doctor. I realized that's way out of my league. I actually want to join the Indian Air Force.
What's one skill that you wish that you had?
I really want to learn digital marketing. Like I would like to learn how to play a piano.
I would love how to play an instrument like perfectly, especially the guitar. Like, come on, it's amazing.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Classroom with me, Amrita Kalra. Once again, we'll be going behind the scenes to talk to our students and to find out the real life stories around what it is that they do beyond their academics. We'll be talking about their side hustles, passion projects, hobbies, everything that they do to keep themselves thriving and growing. I have with me here today Sejal. Sejal is a student of fine arts. We have Sarthak, who's doing nautical sciences with us. And we have here with us Manya, who's doing her B pharmacy. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Thank you.
How are you all feeling today?
Very good.
Good.
So yeah,
Excited to be on camera?
yeah.
It's very amazing.
Yeah, we're going to be reaching, a lot of viewers today. And we're going to be, a lot of your friends and your colleagues are going to be seeing the show today. So let's start with a couple of introductions. Sejal, let's start with you. Why don't you tell everybody what it is that you do? I know you said you're doing fine arts.
Yes.
Tell us something about yourself.
So myself, Sejali, as you already introduced, and I'm doing my bachelor's degree in fine arts right now.
Okay.
And along with that, I'm doing an internship at Chitkara Happiness Center, which is here on the
Amazing.
yeah. So we organize events, and I think I've grown a lot doing that.
I think that is so fascinating. First of all, I find that this concept of a happiness center is really, really a very unique and fascinating one. And we will dive into that a little deeper in a moment. Sarthak, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Oh, my name is Harthak Shaw. I'm 21 years old. Okay. I'm pursuing my BSc Nautical Science degree, as you mentioned. That's a very amazing course. I do have a few side hustles, such as playing. I don't know if that counted or not.
As play.
Yeah, playing bus sports, working out at the gym at times, now and then.
Okay.
But that's just to keep myself physically fit.
What about you, Manya? Tell us something about yourself.
I'm currently pursuing B pharmacy, and side by side, I love to create content. I have done affiliate marketing for almost 1.5 years, and I've earned pretty well from there. And
Amazing.
I'm also a freelancer. So yeah, just that.
Well, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. I'm always so inspired by how, students are, first of all, you're pursuing your own, degrees and all of the academics that you need to. But on the side, just having all of these wonderful, fascinating ideas, that you're going to do something, in the happiness center, or that you're going to do affiliate marketing. So it's so inspiring. And that's what we're going to talk about today. First of all, I want to know what inspired you to get into fine arts? Like, did you always know that you wanted to get into this field?
Actually, I was doing it as a hobby since childhood.
That was a hobby.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I was actually really good at crafting things and doing painting and drawing. So I didn't know that I'll do it as a career. I'll choose it as a career.
Okay.
So after my 12th, I had to make a decision that one field I have to go into.
Right.
So that was the time when I had to make a decision for my life. And I was clear that I want to do something in creative field, in painting or designing, then some like that. Yeah. Of course, then parents, they have to see that our child do good in the society, and he's secure, he's financially secure. But this is the kind of field that in which you scope is like you can fail as well. So failure, the risk of failure is there as an artist. You will get attention or not, your album will be sold or not, something like that. So they suggested that you do nursing first, get a degree.
They recommended
Get a degree in nursing.
Right.
And then when you are secure, you have a degree and you can do a job. You have an option to do a job. And then you can pursue your passion of art and everything. So I was not confident about that decision first. But then they said a little bit that we are your parents and we are doing it for your good, and how the world works and everything. So I went with them in this, and I opted for nursing.
So you actually did,
I did for 1 year.
for 1 year. Okay.
But the experience was like very different, because actually since childhood I had seen people around me. I'm very observant person, so I noticed that people are doing one thing on repeat. They are waking up every day, going for a job and coming back home, and so I didn't want to get into that loop.
I see.
So that was like a nightmare for me, that when I grow up, I don't want to get into that loop. So I want to do something else. I didn't know what I'll do, but not this thing.
But okay, so it's so interesting because you've told us so much. Let's unpack that. First of all, I think, as you said, rightly enough, in our society, we do have this belief that, we should choose careers that are more, what is your word for them? Secure is one of them, or yes, where, you see visible financial gain. I think there are some careers, as you mentioned, like, in the fine arts and other things where still I think there is that belief system that, this is something that should be a side project. It should be something, as you said, something that you do if it as a career. Like first you do your nursing and then you do your fine arts, right? Like, so I think that first of all, it's taken a very long time for that shift to actually happen, to say that, what, it's actually okay to pursue a career like that. And that you said that it sparks your fire and it fuels your passion, right? Because you've always been a creative person, as you said, and you're finding so much of joy in being able to do this right now.
Exactly.
That's how you feel, right? So I'm very curious, how did that conversation actually happen then with your parents? Like when you finally mustered up the courage and you said, okay, I have to speak to my parents now.
So I went to my mother actually. Usually I talk about all these things with my mother first, and then she goes to my father. Like, she usually saying this.
You're very strategic.
I know how to approach first. So I talked with her that, see mother, this is like this, and I was actually the topper at that school as well, at nursing school.
Wait, you were doing it?
Yeah. I was good at studies there as well. But it's like I didn't want to pursue it as my career. Yeah. So I went to her and I said that I'm doing good here. People are saying that I'm doing well in my studies, but this is not something that I want to do in my life. So she was like, then what will people say, the society, that you...
Of course, yeah.
Because my relatives were they were very happy, and they were giving my example to their kids. That's, you see Sejin doing nursing, and she's into the medical field, and my mother had this fear then that if you drop out, then what will happen to all of us?
We're feeling that additional pressure.
Exactly. Yeah. But I had seen so much in that 1 year that I was ready to let it go, everything. I didn't care at the time that what will people say, what my mother...
Right. And rightly enough, I think nursing is such a noble profession. But again, you have to be like 100% in. As you said, the kinds of things that you see and you experience on a day-to-day basis, it's not everybody's cup of tea. But on that note, I think I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. This is really good. You want to try yours as well?
Oh, shall we? Actually, this is the new outlet that just opened in Chitkara.
Do you have this here in the campus?
It's a very lovely place.
It
has a very nice vibe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, I like some of their outlets. I know that they have some bookstores with the coffee shop. That's such a lovely vibe, right?
Yeah.
I think you mentioned something that you actually shared your first cup of coffee with the...
It's not that, actually. I remember it was a love fest, I guess. So I did approach a girl. We got to know each other.
Oh, amazing.
And my friend just told me there's a place called Blue Takai. So, yeah,
Right.
I had a beat with her over there.
And that's how you... Oh, very good. So I am very curious to know what happened after that. But let's keep that for a little later in the show. Manya, let's move to you. So you're doing your B pharmacy, right? Why don't you tell us a little bit about, how you got into this guy?
So after 10th, I would say I was the most confused student. So I started with commerce, and that I prepared for NEET exam, that is for MBBS. And within that 2 years, I realized it is not my cup of tea. And after that, I went to some of the counselors, and the best option I could get was B Pharmacy.
Okay.
But when I was joining Chitkara, I just knew one thing, that I just don't want to leave Chitkara after 4 years with a degree. I want to do extra. So that's when I started, I got enrolled with a company, started making content on Instagram, and that's how I went to freelancing and stuff.
That's absolutely amazing. So you said that you're doing affiliate marketing, and you mentioned earlier that you actually earned a lot of that's money with that. Okay, so that's a very interesting story, but we'll come back to that in just a moment. Sarthak, let's go to you. You're in nautical sciences.
Yes, sir.
How did you? I mean, I think it's one of those careers that it takes a lot of dedications, yes, for a field like that. So did you always know that this is what you wanted to do? Like, how did you get into this line?
Well, I had no idea how to do that. I wanted to do this course actually. When I was until class 8, I wanted to become a doctor. But then I realized that's
Right here.
I realized that's way out of my league too much times. Then I realized that I actually want to join the Indian Air Force. My father introduced me to it. I really enjoyed the concept of it. I was really motivated towards it.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I wasn't living in India for a very long time. I was living in an abroad country.
Okay.
Did you wish there were certain documentation errors, certain reasons, communication errors, but I couldn't join the National Defense Academy, which I wanted to. So I was very disheartened, very heartbroken. However, my father was prepared for such a situation. He said, it's okay, there's a nautical science course in Chandigarh itself.
Okay.
You can go there, it's Chitkara University, or do a 3 years degree in BSc Nautical Science, then apply for the Air Force. I was, yeah, sure, why not? Let's give it a try.
Right.
In Chitkara, I like the vibes, I like the entire place. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's give it a go.
Right.
And as the years went on by, as I found out more about Merchant Navy, from my captains, my chief engineers, the professors, I kind of fell in love with the entire life of it.
Oh, you did.
It's been a regular boring desk job, as she said.
Yeah. That's so true. That's so true.
You have a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges, but it's very rewarding.
I want to ask you more about that. But yeah, like my brother is also in the Merchant Navy.
That's great.
So I think this was something that he said as well, that I don't want to do something that's conventional, and I don't want to just have a regular desk job. And I want to do something that's going to take me places. And I see that for him now, like he's traveling all over the world. But yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So you said that you fell in love with, the course and everything about it over here. Like, tell us some more about that.
Actually, what happened was, when I came here initially, I wasn't able to communicate well. I only knew English. Hindi was a very very distant language for me.
I see.
I did have a lot of issues with that, and no thanks to my friends, they didn't help me. They did help me in later on, but first they had their fun. They had their fair share of fun.
They had their fair share of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as time went on by, my seniors went on board the ships. I saw them sending pictures of beautiful sceneries, sunsets, sunrises, different countries, Ecuador, Japan.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this is something great. I heard their stories. Right, sure, they did get work to their bones, getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep every day, working 12 hours an hour.
That's right.
But it was all rewarding.
It was all rewarding.
I was like, yes, this is something I want to do next one.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. I think it takes that mindset shift, and then after that, you start to see things in a different way. And as you said, it's a very rewarding career, and that's what you focus on, and that's what you move forward with. So, is the Air Force still on the cards for you?
Oh, well, I did realize that after so much of struggle in Merchant Navy itself, I'm definitely not built for the Air Force. No, at all. But it's a big thing. But I would say one thing.
Yes.
I do envy Manya. She had to go so many side hustles as well as Sejal. They did so many side hustles. I didn't have the opportunity. It's just the busy schedule, all these.
Right.
Our entire day is sorted out from 5:30 a.m. all the way to 9 o'clock.
You have a very strict schedule that you have to
Very strict. We can't do anything. We don't have time basically.
Right.
And once you're on the bed, you just
understand that.
dead.
Sejal, I want to know about your internship. You said that you're currently interning at the Happiness Center, right? Okay, so tell us something about that.
So actually, the Happiness Center is like It works for the well-being of the students at Chitkara.
Okay.
So like we pursue our academics and everything, and if someone wants to do something apart from that, like they want to enhance their speaking skills and everything, yeah, or they want to make connections with people. So happiness center is like a place where you can go and meet with people, new people, and
Okay.
yeah, actually they also run a project there as well. A project which is that Parma project.
All right.
Yeah. So where they give tasks to students that you have to wake up in the morning and write 5 things you're grateful for, and things like
Very interesting.
yeah, yeah, and make a video for your mother and send it to her and things like that.
So this Burma project that you're talking about, I believe it's like a 5-week program or something like that. Yeah, I think it was very interesting because, from what I read, you're incorporating concepts around positive emotions and engagement and
For engagement as well, actually they run a lot of programs. Skillwork is one of them. Skillwork is known in the university. It is like a paid program where students can opt for courses.
Okay.
Public speaking courses.
So just additional skills that they want to acquire. So how many students do you actually get, like, coming for these sort of courses or signing up for the different programs that Skillverse, for example, has to offer? Do you find that there's a good response for these programs?
Yes, actually, we do promotions for it, and we get a really good response. And the students that come out after taking the courses, they are like they become very skilled, and they're good at speaking, and they can come to they can grab these opportunities like I am right now. So I was not this confident before. It doesn't come. This all came from there only, because I got to know how to speak with people. I used to talk on calls and take calls of deans, and like a student is talking on a call with a dean or director.
Right.
So this is not something a normal student at university does with.
Talking about like coming out of your comfort zone, Mani, and let's go to you. You said that you started doing affiliate marketing, right? So tell me about that. Like, how did that start? How did that idea come about?
So when I was not in Chitkara, I had just passed my 12th. So this company was really booming, and it was about e-learning platform. It was providing some really nice skills like digital marketing. And I was really, amazed by that. So I had a decision in mind that I really want to do it, and I have to convince my parents for that. And thankfully, that was not an issue. They were easily convinced. So I learned some skills like public speaking and communication skills. One was how to be presentable in front of the camera. So I learned that, and then I started affiliate marketing. So what affiliate marketing is, you have a product, you promote it, and when you promote it, you earn commission out of it. So I used Instagram as a source to, get people. Like people used to see my reels. They approach me like, hey, I really want to do it. So I just used to, communicate them about the product. And if they enroll, I used to get a commission. And yeah, it was kind of a tough journey because I was seeing people grow like really good, like better than me. And I was really struggling with it. But then I later realized that I do have college. Like I have a 9 to 4:30 thing. Absolutely. And I can't give that much of time, like the people are giving 24 hours to it, but I can't give. Yes. So deep down the line, I realized that Chitra, how much I'm doing, it's fine.
I think it's important for us to give grace to ourselves.
Yeah, I have started doing it from this year only. I'm in 2024. I was so mad at myself. I was so mad that my Instagram is not growing. I'm not earning well. People are earning well. But then in 2025, I have seen, instances where I didn't put any effort and I was getting the results. Right. So I'm just grateful. Like I have started 1.5 years ago, and now I'm up to
Absolutely. I think taking that first step forward, first of all, is so important, right? And it's like, as Sejal also mentioned before, right? You have to just be, you have to be brave. You have to, just give yourself grace. And also, I think sometimes we forget to see, we're always comparing ourselves to where the other person is. But it's important to also understand that, 1 year ago, I was here. But today, I'm here. So this is progress.
Yeah, I completely agree to it. Now, when I see my journey, now when I see how much I've come along, but I'm just so grateful. I'm amazed. Like, thankfully, I did it. I would have regretted it if I've not done it.
You know, you come across as a very, very confident, very smart individual. So yes, you should be very, very proud of yourself. For all of you as well, you should be very, very proud of yourself. You mentioned, Sarthak, that you lived abroad, you studied abroad, right? You were in Uganda.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Right.
So how many years were you there?
When I was 3 years old, that's when I went there. My family migrated over there. And I came here back in the year 2022 when I was 18. So roughly around 15 years.
So rightly enough, when you have to move to another country after that and you have to transition to another place, right? You moved here, absolutely. How was that for you? How was that transition?
Oh, God. I mean, it is exciting in the starting, obviously. But I have to understand, I got accustomed to that roots. First of all, I was an outsider for them. I was the only brown kid over there, with all the African natives. It was very difficult for me to adjust in the initial years. I was
Over there?
Yes, ma'am. I was a very fat, chubby kid. They were all like athletics. At the age of 12, they had abs. I'm like, how am I going to compete with that?
Oh my goodness.
Eventually, when I started getting accustomed to it, I started getting a bit popular among the kids. That's when my friends were like, time to go to India. Okay, let's go. So when I came there, it's a completely different world. Everything was different. The people, the atmosphere, the way they party, the way they communicated. It's also different. It was very nice, but it was different.
It was different. Yes, it would be different, of course.
It was. So I felt very left out. I couldn't fit in. I couldn't sink in with them. Luckily, I found a group of friends who initially I did hate a bit in the starting, but then they kind of grew on to me. I was like, oh, these are nice guys. They had their fair share of fun with me, but it's all right. It was very fun. They helped me a lot. A lot. It's more like, I was an outsider here, hey. So they were all Indians.
Yes.
I came all of a sudden, only guy talking in English. They used to come to me, they used to sit in my room, they used to ask me questions. They didn't understand what I spoke. I didn't understand.
You didn't understand what they spoke.
No, obviously, they had that pressure of funds. They're like, how to do one thing. Go to the teacher, say this in Hindi, it means this, and okay, I went. And then the moment I spoke, the words came out of me, I realized, oh, I did it. From the teacher, before even the teacher could say anything, I was like, I'm in trouble. But luckily, they understood what's happening.
Does this incident remind you of something in a movie?
Yeah, I can.
Do you remember the movie 3 Idiots?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What was his name? Silencer? Right? Even had to give the speech.
Okay.
It is all a job split.
I'm not like...
Oh my God. Yeah. That was my question. Like, did they make you say something that was like absolutely crazy?
Not saying it, but yeah, it wasn't that crazy. Especially in the initial years, I was very studious. I was very into studying and everything. So once that stage had passed by, I had gotten a job and everything.
Right.
My friends were like, Sarthak, you studied a lot. Time to pass it on. And that's where the real fun started. They sent me out to talk to girls. I had no idea to talk to a girl.
Very important. Very important, of course. That's part of the education, right?
Yeah. I didn't know how to talk to. I didn't know how to approach a girl, as they say. I didn't want to sound cringe or creeping and all sort of things. But luckily, I had very nice friends who told me, you know what, say this pickup line and she'll fall flat, hell raise for you. I could go there. And the moment I said those lines, again, before she even said something, I knew I had made a huge mess. Yeah. They had, but luckily after that, few attempts, they did understand how to approach a girl.
Maybe I thought you were going to say that you figured out, that I didn't need their help after all. I could just do it on my own.
Actually, luckily I found a girl who didn't really, I didn't do anything much for that sort over there. Yeah, it helped me a lot. That wasn't a huge mess. Oof. But it's fun. It's all game and it's fun. I did take revenge on them. I did do that.
Of course you did. But yeah. No, I want to know more about that. But for a moment, let's just go back to Sejal. So, Sejal, you said that, actually, no, before I ask you this question, what is your role specifically at the Happiness Center? I know you said that, there's lots of different things that are happening. There's a perma project going on, and then there's Skillverse. So, what exactly do you do specifically at the Happiness Center?
So I basically, I'm into organizing events with the program manager.
Okay.
Yeah. So we coordinate with the trainer and do all the where they will stay, what they will eat and everything. He'll receive them and
I see.
Yeah, all the...
You're managing.
Yeah, all the managing of the event. Yeah, I do those things and apart from that, I see the beautification of the center, that how the arrangements are there. Yeah, so what plants should be there and where they should be placed, and is everything clean, neat and clean, and all details.
Yeah. Because you are such a creative person, and yes, it's just coming to you so naturally, huh? Me say. Vanya, are you still continuing with your affiliate marketing? Is that something else?
I have kind of put it a hold on it. Like nowadays I'm making content about my life, like college life, where answer basic recommendations, like something if I like, I just post about it and people tend to like it. Yesterday only I posted a video about my me and my friend making a Maggie, and it was so and it was so random, it was so spontaneous, and people liked it. So yeah, nowadays I'm just making that type of content.
That's really amazing. I mean, first of all, I just have to say I love Maggie. I'm pretty sure Katie loves her. Maggie is something that just connects people. Yeah, like university life, campus life, hostel life, like it's all synonymous to Maggie. I don't know. I love it.
Thank God I met Maggie. It was. Thank God you met Maggie. It ain't that hard.
Oh my gosh. But so what does it look like? What does your regular day look like? Like, you go, you do your studies and everything. And then how do you decide, like, okay, today I'm going to make a reel on this?
So I tend to plan sometimes. Like most of the times I plan only. Like I want, for example, I need a makeup video. Yeah, for example, I want a haul to be put up on my Instagram. So I plan, and whenever I get time, usually I am in a 4-seater. Like I share room with 3 more girls.
I see.
So it's kind of a problem because you don't get the privacy. And but I have to manage, like if the people are sleeping, I just shoot. If they're out, I just shoot. For example, if they're going to mess, I do not usually go to the mess. So if they're going to the mess, I just shoot in that period of time. And moreover, like for example, if I'm going to college, right? So I'm getting ready. So I'll just shoot it, and later on I'll edit it and post it. So it's not that a tough job. I really like doing it. So like we all have 24 hours. But if I like something, I'm putting efforts in it and I'm able to do it.
Right. You made it sound so effortless, but it's like all of that planning and plotting that go by. My roommates need to be out of the house, so I have to grab this moment.
Like I also plan attendance. Like I need 75% attendance. So what I do is, the moment I get 75% attendance, I'm out of the lab. Like I'm not attending it. I got my attendance. So that's how I manage time.
See, this is what I mean. This is like so resourceful, and this is so like forward thinking. Yeah, okay, done. My 75% is done. My work here is done. Now I can focus on the other things that I need to.
That's brilliant. Because I just have this thing in my life. I just didn't want to be pharmacy degree with me after 4 years. I wanted to do more. And most of the credit of this goes to my mom. Like she's the one I'm doing all the stuff. She's the reason I'm doing all the stuff.
Yeah, she's your inspiration. Yeah, she is. What did she say to you? Like, what was that message that came across from her that made you feel, okay, I have to spread my wings. I have to do more than what I'm doing right now.
We have a tendency of, just not valuing the things or the people we have. Like, for example, when I was at home till 12th, so I used to not value her that much like I used to do it now, because I'm away from her. I don't get to meet her. Like, I go home like in 1 month approximately. And moreover, like, she always wants me to see me as that, independent girl living on her own terms and conditions, having everything she wants. So yeah, that's really inspires me. Like something she can't do it for herself, but she wants me to do it, and I really want to be a vision for and you're making sure that I'm for that.
This concept of divine timing. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard about it. Has anybody heard about this?
No, unfortunately, I haven't. What is it, ma'am?
So it's just having, as you said, it's just having faith in the universe, having faith in yourself, and just it's like you've planted the seeds. You're doing your part of it, and then you just trust that the universe will just kind of bring it all together.
I used to read and hear about law of affirmation, and I really liked it. But back then in 2024, the last year, I was not seeing that good of results, so I was not believing it. But now from this 2025, March, April, May has been so good for me. I'm just grateful. Like I'm just full, like the opportunities I've got, the way I'm working towards studies. I have exams also right now. And for exams, I just need 1 night. For the finals and for midterms, I just need 3-4 hours and I'm done. I'm smart that ways. So I just manage that ways.
Well, that's really amazing. That's really amazing. And as they say, like you were talking about the law of affirmations and all, I think one of the biggest things that they talk about is actually about being grateful. Grateful, yeah. I think you're in that space right now. So you're also seeing all those things happening for you at the moment.
Even I told my mom, like, is everything fine? Because I'm getting things next to next. You don't actually see. Mom, he's like, have patience. You'll get. I told you, right? You'll get things on right times. Fine. So, moms have this thing. Na? I told you.
Of course, all moms have that. It's okay.
Actually, I have experienced it as well.
Yes, that's what we were going to come to. Tell us about the course that you did recently, right? You did inner engineering.
Yes.
Yes, so tell us about that.
So it was like, it is Sadhguru's program.
Yes.
Yeah. So the team came from Tamil Nadu, and I was organizing that event with a teammate of mine, which is yeah. So I would like to give him a shout out. So
Please go.
Yeah. So my teammate name is Moksh. So he actually he was connected to Happiness Center.
Okay.
For a little longer than me. So he had some experience that how events are organized, or if not that, then he had seen people that how people are working in organizing events and coordination and everything. So I got to learn a lot from him, because I was completely a noob. I didn't know how to talk to someone or how to approach people and everything. So now this course was basically about the mental health or meditation and yoga and everything. So actually I read a lot of books, so I already knew the concept of this meditation and everything, that how it works on your brain and alpha, beta, gamma waves, and how frequency of the universe tested.
I've heard about. I've actually listened to a podcast about it, and I was really amazed, like, about all these things. I've heard about it. Yes.
So Sadhguru tells about the karma, that what things you do and the things. So so there were video lectures, and there were some sessions where you actually practice the meditation and
But like how did you come across this idea that I want to organize this for the university, like to have it happen here within the
it was the very first project that I got in Happiness Center.
Very interesting. Okay.
So I think it was 5 months since I was there working as a volunteer.
Okay.
In some of the events, like in a canopy, or I'm handling few small things. And after that, when they sent a proposal from Tamil Nadu that we want to do this in your university. So I'm a very spiritual person, actually. I read a lot of books on spirituality or meditation and how the universe works, and Arapati, the quantum physics and the science of it and everything. Right. I read a lot about it. Actually, I read only about it and nothing much.
So I see that you have an interest in that area. Yes, I am doing that. I love to read books like that as well. What about you, Sarthak? Like, are you into,
Unfortunately, no, I'm not. Okay. I mean, I did try doing yoga once. The next day, I was like, it's not meant for me. And I believe in spirituality. There is a higher power. Of course, I believe in that.
Right.
I just keep it a belief. That's it.
So one day was enough for you and you decided
Oh, no. I just can't. I don't think the human body is mentally bent that way. I mean, and
oh my goodness.
we just sit there for hours and like,
well, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to be listening to you and thinking, I don't think that's very true. I don't think you've done it properly. But that's a very interesting point that you made over there. But we'll come back to that in just a moment. Manya, you mentioned that there's a lot of juggling involved, right? Between all of the different things that you're doing. But, you have that mindset that I have to manage my time effectively and I have to do whatever it takes to, to complete those goals that you have in mind.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that, it's too much sometimes, or that you need to give up on something to be able to maybe focus on your academics or...
To be honest, it's really exhausting sometimes. Whenever I get exams, sometimes I used to plan content beforehand only. Like, for example, I have exams for 2 weeks. I used to prepare content, like I'll be posting this. But sometimes I don't get the time. I don't have the energy to do that. So I just leave it. And moreover, I take breaks. Like last year also, I took a break for like 3 to 4 months. It was mostly about because I was not getting results and I kind of gave up and then started again. So it is exhausting, but I really like to do it, so I just make time for it.
So you make time. Yeah. You're very dedicated and committed.
Yeah, and like I'm really fond of it, and it's just just 1 year I have left with me in which I can try. Then if I'll be pursuing MBA, then I have to be fully dedicated to it. So it's just 1 year left for me to try out different things.
Absolutely. I think you have to be very strategic with how you're using your time. And I wanted to ask you the same question as well. Like, with all of the different things that you're doing, how do you manage it? How do you balance your academics with, with the happiness center for you? And, for you, I know that you have a very full schedule as it is.
So I just use a simple trick that I note down all the things in my diary that, to-do list, that what I have to do today, and all the tasks, I keep ticking it down that I have done this. And so this is one way. And secondly is that I don't really have much distractions in my day.
Okay.
Because the food I eat is already fixed, that whatever we will get in the mess, we have to eat that. And it's too bad.
Okay.
But I actually like that.
So when I went for an interview, I was asked this question: how do you manage your time and how do you balance all of the different things that you have to do? So I said, I follow this principle of eat the frog first. So one of the interviewers asked me, so what, you eat the chicken legs next? I was like, no, it literally means that you tackle your most difficult task first. So you eat the frog and get it out of the way. And then after that, everything tastes great, right? It tastes like chicken legs. I don't know. But Sarthak, what about you?
It's mostly discipline. You have to instill discipline in yourself. That if I'm going to wake up at 5:30, I'm going to wake up at 5:30. If I'm going to go to bed by 10, I'm going to go to bed by 10.
Yeah.
But in the entire hectic schedule, there's one thing that I need an hour to myself. And that 1 hour, it's just me and my friends. We go to the gym, we work out, we sweat all our stress out of the day.
That's good.
Get a clear mind so we can go back to studying.
That actually, I think it is very important thing to do. Actually, I do it as well. That giving some time to yourself, absolutely, sit with yourself and clear your mind that what you have done now, what you do next, and absolutely, this is very important.
How have you grown as a person, like through all of these different things that you've been pursuing? What about you, Sejal, Sarthak? Like, how do you think you have grown as a person?
I think from childhood, I was a very shy, quiet kid. So it was really difficult for me to settle in between people. So I think throughout this whole time, I have really gone out and talked with people and everything. So it has really helped me to know that how I can approach people and start a conversation and everything. So this is the best thing that I have learned, I think.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Sarthak, for you, I think with having lived abroad and coming here and transitioning to a different place and, being somewhat ranked by your friend, conned into various things, but just academically, socially, like, how has that been for you? How has that shaped you as a person or changed you as a person?
Thanks mostly to my course and my surroundings. I did come as a kid over here, or even though I was 18, I was still practically a kid. Over the years, I've developed certain qualities, certain gentleman-like qualities, like how to carry yourself, how do you manage your time, discipline, and all these things are very necessary, not just for the present time, but the future as well.
What is your big dream for yourself after you're done with your degree and everything? What do you see? Where do you see yourself in the future?
Okay, so I follow a lot of young women, like working on their terms and conditions, working for themselves and traveling the world. So one of the big dream would be I want to travel the world. I love Paris in videos and
amazing.
So I really want to go there.
What about you, Sejal? What's your big dream?
So I think my answer could be different, that I don't actually have a very big dream, or I don't have something already planned that what I'll do for the rest of my life. Yes, I am into this creative field, but I think I am a person who goes with the flow, that what is coming towards you, and whatever I take, I'll do my 100% into it, and then I'll see let's see in what direction I'm going. And I think I'm just exploring myself and exploring life. So whatever I'm getting, I'm just giving my 100% into it right now.
Well, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of these wonderful stories with me. I think it was very, very insightful. Just before we come to a close, let's do something a little fun. How about we do a quick rapid fire?
Let's do it.
Yes? Okay. Let's see how this goes, okay? If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Power to fly.
How to fly.
How amazing would that be? Fly from a big.
What about you, Sejal? If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I think it would be disappearing for some time.
Disappearing for some time. Maybe you need an invisibility cloak.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of work to do for my academics as well.
Okay.
And, so there are some phases where I'm like, why don't just people disappear? Just that time for myself. So in that phase, I would like to enjoy that space for myself and do
Try years, disappear, and then no, they can find you. Okay, perfect. That's a very good.
from people's mind as well for some time. Or
What's the weirdest dream you've ever had?
Dream I've ever had. I don't think I've had weirdest dreams. I don't think I have one.
No? Anybody?
I was a fish in my dream, one of my dreams.
You were a fish?
I didn't know what it meant, but I guess it was something trusted. Something spiritual, I guess.
It could be 100%. Okay, I have to go and Google that now. Fish, what does that mean? What's a really bad habit that you've had, but you've been able to overcome now?
One bad. I used to keep my room really messy. If you ask my mom, she'll say it now also it's messy. But now in hostel I organize it. And one of the bad habit I have right now is I eat really unhealthy food, and I need to change it because I know it's not good for me. But
Yeah, I get to change it. Okay. That's a bad habit.
It's called enjoying life.
You are enjoying your life. Yes, that's good. What about you? Bad habits?
Oh, I could not survive on 8 hours of sleep. I needed at least 8. 7, 6, I used to feel like a zombie. But now 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm good with it.
Oh, good for you. Okay, what about you, Sejal?
I think bad habit. I used to eat a lot. I guess I was weak. I don't know. It's a bad habit. Or
I love food.
Me too, I love India. I know, we're in the best place with the most flavorful food.
I know that I'm going to be sick tomorrow, but
Oh no.
still, I would ignore that and not acknowledge that, and I was a very foodie person earlier, but now I'm like, I haven't eaten a pizza in 2-3 years.
Well, that's a crime.
Need to get Sejal.
I don't crave for that junk food right now.
I don't crave for it.
I don't.
What is your favorite karaoke song? If you were given a mic right now and you had to sing, what would you sing?
it's the song Dheere Dheere. It's a very romantic, slow song, so I really like it.
Okay.
Yeah, would you sing it for? I'm a very bad singer.
What about you? If you had to sing a song?
I'm a horrible singer. I don't sing. I don't listen to songs, so.
I listen to instrumental only, like piano, or I don't really listen to songs with lyrics and everything. Yeah.
Very interesting. You know, I have this thing that when anybody tells me that I'm a really bad singer, I'm like, prove it. You have to listen to that one, the mic to that one person, right? Yeah, because I mean, how bad can you be? Very bad. Okay, what is a silly thing that you've done that you're actually not embarrassed about?
These are very hard questions. Where do you come up with stuff like this?
Don't ask. Like chemistry. Okay, let's change it up a little bit. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you? How about that?
Oh, you don't have to go in that. Let that door be closed. Yeah. You wanna,
We have to hear it now. That means there's something lurking over there.
there are multiple doors. It depends which one you go to. This one story of very huge disadvantage in India. Two actually. This on the same day this happened. So I don't know how to read Hindi, obviously. I don't know how to speak. I don't know how to read. I was traveling by train and I was in the New Delhi railway station. I saw everything in Hindi. I'm like, I had a train number. I'm like, I have to catch this train number. I went to the station, 15, 16. All right, train 1, 2, something. The last number was 8. Okay, but it showed 7. I'm like, it's India. Might be a mistake. I got on board the train. I slept. I was tired.
Oh no.
The TT woke me up. I'm like, yeah, because my ticket. Like, you're in the wrong train. I'm like, apparently, if the train number changes, if you're going from A to B, it's 7. If you're coming from B to A, it's 8. I wanted to go from A to B, but now I'm going from B to A.
Yeah. Oh my God. So you were going the opposite direction.
Completely opposite. And that's been the worst part. And that very same day, I got off on the Mathura train station.
Mathura train station.
Yeah, and I had to use the washroom. Now, when I went there, I saw 2 washrooms. Now, it was written in Hindi. Male, female. I'm like, at least an image or something.
Please tell me you didn't enter the baby port.
Okay, sure, you go. I told you, don't look at that door.
So I think now every time you enter a washroom, you're probably a little traumatized, right? You're going to make sure that you look at the signs and make sure you're entering the right.
Multiple times.
Oh gosh, that's a funny one. What about you, Seto? Something that's really embarrassing that happened to you?
I have to really give it a thought again. This is very difficult for me to give words to what I have in my mind. So yeah, this is a challenge for me. So
Okay.
yeah.
No, that's okay. No problem at all.
Yeah, I should have said that.
You should have said that, man. We would have missed out on a very good story. What's one skill that you wish that you had?
One skill. I really want to learn digital marketing. Like I'm really, I really want to know about coding. So I'm planning sometimes like I do it.
I hope that you do. We see a lot of women coming into coding nowadays, and that's great. What about you? One skill.
A skill, there are multiples, but for the first off, I would love how to play an instrument like perfectly, especially the guitar. I mean, come on, it's amazing. And perhaps investing at an early age.
So I skate. You were mentioning that that's something that you're interested in. Why not? What about you, Sejo?
Actually, exactly the same, an instrument. Yeah, I would like to learn how to play a piano.
What's the most adventurous thing that you've ever done?
Oh, most adventurous thing. Oh, I have a very good one. Again, very embarrassing. So, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's worth for the camera. All right. I hope my parents don't see this. I'm going to get in very big trouble.
Oh dear.
I was in India. I was on vacation time. I was in Kolkata. It was around 1 o'clock in the night. I did have dinner, but I was very hungry. So my friends were like, "What are you doing?" I was talking to my friend. I'm like, "I'm hungry." A random friend just texted me. "All right, let's go eat." I'm like, "It's 1 o'clock in the night." Who cares? It's okay, we go. Okay. At 1 o'clock in the night, my grandfather was watching TV. He slept. I quietly sneaked out, opened the door. I snuck out. We climbed my friend's balcony, got him out, took the car keys, took it for a ride. We did scratch the car a little bit, but I guess the dad didn't find out. We went to have Golgappas. I don't know, it's called Golgappas.
Golgappas.
Yeah, we went to have that at 2 o'clock in the night at some street. God knows how far we had that. We came back in. And at 3 o'clock, I came back. While coming in, I latched the door. My grandfather woke up. He's like, "Huh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I came to look for my slippers." I was like, "What are you doing there?"
Very smooth.
Very smooth. But luckily, my mother found out the next day. So,
Moms have a way of finding out.
oh, yeah. But she hid it. Thanks.
She hid it. She saved you.
Yeah. But I know she does blackmail from me for that.
You say you had middle of the night munchies and you kind of ventured out to go and grab something. I hope it was just the Golgappas, right? Was it something else too? See. What would you say, Joe? What's the most adventurous thing that you were?
When I was young, I used to I'm creative and I keep doing things. So what I was doing was I took a page and I was making it wet under the tap, and I put it on the table, glass table, and I don't know why I was doing this. I put a cloth on it and I was pressing it and making and drying it down so it sounds crunchy when it's so I was doing that. And what happened was the glass got too hot and I heard a loud sound. Oh yeah. So, yeah. So when I took the cloth off and I saw that this much piece was cracked. And it was my auntie's table. Yeah.
It's always
So what I did was I put the cloth back onto it.
Okay.
And I just kept it there. And then my sister came and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "You should try it as well. It's very tough." So at the same place she was doing it, and then the sound came from that same broken glass. Oh my God. And then she went took off the clothes. She was like, "Oh my God, please don't tell them." I said, "Okay, don't worry."
You're very focused.
Smart. That is smart.
Yeah.
Very good save.
And she still doesn't know that I was the one who broke the glass.
So I think if she sees the episode now, right, we have all the cards have been laid on the table this time, right? If your parents are seeing the show as well, they're coming to know some more truths as well.
I really hope they...
Well, on that note, I just have to say, I think I've had the most amazing, the most interesting conversation. Just how you got into your respective fields, all of the additional things that you're doing. But in all of this, just how you guys are having so much of fun, discovering yourselves and exploring your passions and just hearing about your big dreams and, the hopes that you have for yourself in the future. I think it's just been so amazing. Yeah, and with that, we come to the close of this episode of Beyond the Classroom. I hope that you had as much fun as I did talking to our three wonderful students. So until next time, see you at the next episode of Beyond the Classroom.